Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about bacterial transposons. There is a types of transposon found in prokaryotic organisms. I have a separate video on transposons, if you want to know about what is transposons, what are the types of transposons, what is the mechanism of transposition, please go through that video. I have actually 3 separate videos on transposons. First one is your introductory video, second one is prokaryotic transposons, and the third one we will discuss about eukaryotic transposons. So in this video I have talked about the different types of transposons that are found in bacteria. These are number one, your insertion sequence or IS element in short form. Number 2 is your composite transposons. And number 3 is your non-composite transposons. So IS element is the simplest type of transposons. Okay, this is very compactly organized, and it contains only one gene that promotes or regulates transposition. The structure is like this. There will be it will have these structures like a gene. Okay, I'll use different color here. A gene coding for the enzyme transposase. Okay. Transposase gene. This transposase enzyme help the transposable element to get excised from the donor DNA and get inserted into a new target site. Okay, this enzyme is the key enzyme that help in cut paste mechanism of IS element. Okay, IS element move by cut paste mechanism actually. And there will be your inverted sequence on both the sides of the transposase gene. Inverted sequence means they will be oriented in inverted direction. Okay, these inverted sequences are reverse complement of each other. These inverted sequences are very much important because this transposase enzyme that will be formed, it will bind to this inverted repeat sequences. Okay, this inverted repeat sequences are used as a recognition site for the transposase enzyme. So your transposase enzymes will be formed, and ultimately they are going to bind to this inverted repeat sequences if this is your transposase enzyme. Okay, so this is how transposase enzyme will bind to the inverted repeat sequences. Okay, these inverted repeat sequences are present at each end of the IS element. Okay, these are specific for a particular IS element. Okay, this IS element will have a specific sequence. And if a different IS element will have different sequence for the inverted repeats. They are they will be specific for a particular IS element. Okay. Then what happens? Next step is because of this binding of the transposase enzyme, they result in formation of cut. They made cuts in the DNA, donor DNA. Suppose this is your donor DNA. They will make cut here, and here. that will be separated. Okay, and one more thing, when this transposable element get inserted into a new DNA molecule, this will be inserted into a new DNA molecule. Suppose this is a new DNA molecule. Now your first of all I'll show you how transposase enzyme help in cutting. So there will be formation of a structure like this. Okay, this is your IS element, and this is your transposase enzyme that will form dimers, and then they cut this portion of the transposable element, and that will be released, okay, from the donor side. So they will form structure like this with the inverted repeats attached, where your transposes will be there, remain attached, and your old DNA will be like this with direct repeat sequence. Okay, because the transposable element, whenever they get inserted into a new DNA molecule, suppose this is your new DNA molecule, they get inserted here, the transposes will make staggered cuts here. Okay, they will make staggered cuts here, staggered cuts. Okay, and now your DNA will be inserted here. Okay, here your IS element will get inserted here. During insertion, what happens, your on both the sides, like 3' and 5' end of this IS element, direct repeat sequences are generated due to duplication of the sites, target site. Okay, direct repeat sequences are generated. So each IS element will have direct repeat sequences attached to them, which is not exactly part of this IS element. Okay, because whenever this IS element will leave its donor site, it will leave behind the direct repeats. Okay, they will leave behind the direct repeats. This will be like this. Whenever the IS element leaves its donor site, a structure like this will be seen in the donor site, and the recipient will also generate direct repeats at each end of the IS element. New direct repeats will be formed wherever they get inserted into a new DNA molecule. The old one will be left behind because this is not exactly part of the IS element. So we can see that IS element move by cut and paste method. Now comes your composite transposon. Your composite transposon element is larger in size. It's much larger than the IS element because it's containing two IS element in its both ends. Like in 3' and 5' end, it will have two IS element right and left. Okay, that means what? There will be IS element means what? It will have a gene coding for transposase enzyme. There will be two inverted repeats. Okay, these are two inverted repeats, and this is the one coding for transposase. In the right side also you can see an IS element with inverted repeats on both sides and the gene coding for transposase. But in addition to that, the composite transposon will have an extra gene, that will code for antibiotic resistance. Suppose if we take example of TN9, it will have an antibiotic resistant gene for chloramphenicol. And in TN10, antibiotic resistant gene for tetracycline. and there will be some direct repeats on both the ends. Okay, the mechanism is same as IS elements. That means they will move to the new or target DNA with the help of cut and paste method. That the complete sequence will be cut here with the help of transposase enzyme, and now this portion, the complete portion, will get bind to a new site. Okay, with the help of transposase enzyme, and the nicks will be sealed by the ligase enzyme, due to which direct repeats will be also formed in the new target site also. There will be direct repeats here also. The mechanism is same. So now comes your non-composite transposition or non-composite transposon. So this will have a structure like this. Okay, it has 3 genes inside the whole structure. A gene known as TNP8 that code for the enzyme transposase. There will be a gene called TNPB that will code for antibiotic resistant gene like beta lactamase for ampicillin resistance. Then there will be another gene called TNPR that produces resolvase enzyme that helps in recombination, because non-composite your non-composite transposons move by replicative process that I have already discussed in my previous video. Okay, that means they will first transcribed into mRNA that will be converted with the help of reverse transcriptase to cDNA molecule that will again form double stranded form, and then will get inserted into the target site. So your copy number get increased because this will not be cut. This will not be cut. Remember this. In case of non-composite transposon, the transposable element is not cut. It will not get cut from the donor side. Instead, it will make a copy of it, same replica. Okay, it will make a replica copy of it that will get inserted into the target site by a mechanism called recombination. Okay, so how this happens we will see now. If we take example of TN3 non-composite transposon, we can see that the donor plasmid will have a copy of TN3 suppose, and it will be given to a recipient plasmid suppose. So how it is done? So first of all, transposase enzymes will be formed that will help in formation of co-integrate between these two plasmids, and there will be formation of 2 copies of the same TN3 transposon by the replicative process, as I have already mentioned. Okay, those 2 copies will be formed, okay, in the same co-integrate molecule. Now with the help of resolvase enzyme, which is an enzyme that mediates recombination process between the 2 T3 molecule, will help in separation of the plasmid molecule. Okay, so the two plasmids will be there with each with a separate copy of TN3 molecule. So how many enzymes are involved here? Transposase for formation of co-integrate. Okay, these 2 will be cut and pasted, so that not cut paste, actually they will form some cuts and will help in co-integration. Then there will be formation of 2 copies of the same TN3 molecule. Then there will be formation of recombination between these 2 TN3 molecule. Then after separation, then after that there will be separation of the plasmid molecules with each with a copy of TN3 molecule. This is how non-composite transposons will work. So this is all about prokaryotic transposable elements. I have a separate video on eukaryotic transposable elements. Please check the video if you want to know more about eukaryotic transposons. Thank you for watching.